Welcome back, dear student. Today in this video we are going to see the most important question that most probably asked in semester examination, and I hope you are preparing for semester examination and I wish you all the best for your preparation. Today in this video we are not going to see only the most important questions, but also we are dealing with how to write organic chemistry paper, because there are many skills that the student must know before writing the paper. Also, we are going to focus on important question, as well as we are going to see the answers, that what type of answer that you should write in the what type of question. That is very important, because it is observed that the question started with the explain XYZ and describe XYZ. So our answers for the both the questions are same, but my dear student, there is a difference in the question which are starting from the describe, which are starting from the elaborate, which are starting from the write a note on, and you should know that what type of question, what type of answer that must be written. So here we are also going to see the question paper pattern for both universities, both popular university. First is a Baba Saheb Ambedkar Technical University, also called as a Batu University, and our SPPU, that is the Savitribai Phule Pune University. So both the university that carries this examination, 75 marks. So 75 total marks are there for POC-II exam. So question paper pattern for the both, there are a little bit difference in the question. So there are a 3 marks question for SPPU, there is a 5 marks question, and there is a 10 marks question. But dear student, for 3 marks you have to solve any 5. So 5 questions you have to write down for 3 marks. Any 8 question you have to write down for 5 marks, and any 2 question that we call that a major question. So any 2 major question you have to solve, that will give you a total 20 marks. Okay. And dear student, for Batu, instead of 3 marks, there is a 2 marks question. You have to write down, you have to solve any 10 question out of the given which carries 2 marks each, and also there is you have to solve any 7 questions that carries 5 marks, and also for 10 marks you have to solve 2 questions. So out of both the universities that take this examination for 75 marks, so this is all about the question paper pattern. So here you have to make a strategy that you have to solve the 2 marks question or 3 marks question in a very well manner, because these are also called as a short answer question. So these both are called as a short answer. So answer is expected is very particular, you have to write down very short answer, but you have to write down a very specific, because there is a question like a define, enlist, or explain with example. Such a kind of questions are asked for this type of short question for 5 marks. So both the universities are taking 5 marks for some, not a short but not a long, but you have to write down, explain with a few examples, that is called as a question for 5 marks. So here you have to explain with certain examples, or you have to write down the note or describe. Such a kind of questions are there. But my dear student, there is a 10 marks question. So in that 10 marks, what you have going to focus, you are going to focus on, there is a combination of 2 questions. So question 1 is there, which is followed by question 2. The question may be like that, what is enantiomer, and followed by their in detail question, or account in detail likewise question. So this kind of question, this kind of strategy you have to prepare for well for the examination. So here, so the type of question that was asked in the previous examination for POC-II, that here is a list of these question, that what type of question were asked. So there is a explain type of question. So explain with example, or explain enantiomer, or explain elimination or any kind of reaction. So how will you prepare? So there is a preparation of some organic compound, for example in amine or in phenol chapter. So there is a question like how will you prepare a given target molecule. So here also you have to write down or a comment on. So comment on type of question will be there. So assign E and Z, assign RNS configuration. So this kind of question will be asked. So assign, we may call it as a 2 marks question or 3 marks question. So assign will be there. So comment on, this will carry 5 marks question it may be. So how will you prepare? So it will carry 2 marks kind of question, and explain it is a 5 or it is 10 marks of question. But my dear student, this explain question is combined with this assign, with this comment like this. So it will carry total 10 marks because it is a major question. So it carries sub questions. Okay, and while writing the answer you have to categorize the answer according the question asked. Okay, so write a note on kind of question will be there. Then classify the organic compounds likewise. Then enlist you have to do. Then discuss, then elaborate, then note on, then define, give an account, and differentiate between molecular orbital or atomic orbital. So which question will be asked we will going to see in the next slide, but here I am going to tell you that type of question, these are the type of questions that are asked in the previous examination. Out of this you have to prepare for this question. Means if there is a question like differentiate, so differentiate and compare is a similar type of question. Elaborate, discuss, these are the descriptive type of question, and it is generally found in a question that are asked for the 10 marks. And my dear student, I observe that students are writing same answer for whatever question is asked. So if the question is like that, explain with example enantiomer or discuss enantiomer. So explain enantiomer and discuss enantiomer. So the answer will be different. But my dear students are also always writing the same answer for discuss as well as for explain. So explanation is particularly with the concept, but the describe you have to do with the few examples. So that is what the difference in explain and in discuss kind of question. So here this is the syllabus of your POC-II, and here we are going to see the detail of from unit number 1 what questions are asked for 2 marks, what questions are asked for 5 marks, what questions are asked for 10 marks. So here, so the unit number 1 is a benzene and its derivative, and it is a little bit confusing that there are the reactions like reactions of benzene. So in that nitration, sulfonation, halogenation, and this is a Friedel-Crafts and Friedel-Crafts acylation. My dear student, on unit number 1 there is always 10 marks question. So you may note down this. So 10 marks question is definitely asked from this unit number 1, as well as there is a 5 marks question and there is a 2 marks question. Means this is a very important unit in order to get more marks in a theory examination. So for 10 marks what type of question will be asked, and for 2 marks what type of question will be asked. For 2 marks, so there may be the question write orbital picture, or there is a Huckel's rule explain Huckel's rule with example, or there are 1-2 structures are mentioned and you have to write down whether that structure is aromatic or non-aromatic. From unit number 1, so for 2 marks we can say that aromatic or aromaticity will be the kind of question. Then resonance. So resonance of what? Resonance of phenol or aniline. These 2 questions might be there. And for 5 marks, so individual reaction with example will be asked. So reactions, there are total 5 reactions. One is a nitration, sulfonation, halogenation. These are the 3 reactions. And the 2 reaction remaining are from Friedel-Crafts reaction, that is acylation and alkylation. So these questions, these reactions will be asked for 5 marks directly. So write a note on sulfonation of benzene, write a note on nitration of benzene. So this kind of question is directly asked for 5 marks. Or there may be the question like write a note on nitration of benzene or discuss nitration of benzene, like this. But also this unit is important from the major question, that is 10 marks. So what 10 marks question will be asked? So here there is an effect of substitution. So there is an effect of substituent on reactivity of benzene. So how benzene reacts while changing the substituent, or with the presence of substituent, how the rate, how the product is getting changed, that you have to describe. And my dear student, this question will be in combination with short question like what is electrophilic substitution reaction. So here we are going to see the 10 marks question from unit number 1, that is what is electrophilic substitution reaction. So this is a short question, and here you have to discuss effect of substituents on reactivity of electrophilic substitution reaction or reactivity of benzene. So the question will be like this. So this question will be asked for 10 marks. So this is a very important question, that is what is electrophilic substitution reaction, and discuss effect of substituent on reactivity or effect of substituent on nitration. So this question may be asked like this: effect of substituent on nitration or effect of substituent on sulfonation reaction. So my dear student, this kind of question will be asked. So if you prepare for 5 marks question from unit number 1, you will definitely easily solve the question which will be asked for 10 marks. So here so as we seen, that is the effect of substituent on reactivity. Also you have to explain the orientation of a monosubstituted benzene towards electrophilic substitution reaction. So orientation means what? Formation of different types of product, means there will be the question like formation of ortho product and para product. So why ortho product form as a minor product, why para product is formed as a major product. So that is what the orientation of monosubstituted benzene. So this effect of substituent, continuation with orientation of substituted benzene, substituted compound toward electrophilic substitution reaction, is a compound type of question, and answer you have to write down with explanation with each other. That is what the substitution. And here I am going to tell you that this total will carry 10 marks, followed by 2 marks question here, that is what is electrophilic substitution. So what is electrophilic substitution reaction, followed by effect of substituent on reactivity. Also, there may be the question like electrophilic substitution reaction for sulfonation or for halogenation, or there will be a 5 marks question for Friedel-Crafts reaction. Write a note on Friedel-Crafts reaction. What is Friedel-Crafts? Acylation continuation with discuss Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction, my dear student. So here you are going to write how to write these answers for unit number 1. So you have to explain first reaction, then you have to give general example, and then you have to solve example number 1 and example number 2. So this is for 10 marks. So for 10 marks you have to give a proper explanation with example, and for every example you have to explain every example. So let us move to the unit number 2. So unit number 2 generally asks for short type of question. So short questions, that is for 2 or 3 marks. So 2 or 3 marks. So how will you prepare XYZ compound? How will you prepare phenol? Write any 2 preparation reactions. So here I am going to tell you that first is preparation reaction, and second one is reactions. So here you have to write down any two reactions, and from the reaction you have to also write down any 2 preparation reaction and any 2 reactions of either phenol or either amine. So here phenols and more specifically aromatic amines is there. So for dear student, for 2 marks this question is 100% asked, that is compare acidity of amines. That is what? Compare basicity of amines and compare acidity of amines. So out of these 2, one question will be 100% asked. So compare basicity of amine, why aromatic amines are weak base than aliphatic amines, or from phenol, how phenols are acidic in nature, why phenols are acidic in nature. So here we are going to see so from unit number 2. So phenol, why phenol is acidic than alcohol, or why alcohols are neutral while phenol is acidic, because both phenol and alcohol contain OH group, and this is that reason you have to explain in this question. So this question will carry 2 marks. And from amine chapter, why aromatic amines are more basic, are weak basic than aliphatic amine. Or here aniline is given, why aniline is weak base. So question will be directly with the compound, like why aniline is weak base than methylamine. So the question will be asked like this. With the structure, the question will be like this, and with the sentence, the question will be like this: why aromatic amines are weak basic than aliphatic amines, or why aliphatic amines are more basic than aromatic amines. So here you have to explain your answer. Also from phenols and from aromatic amine. Basicity, acidity is a 100% question. Along with that, there is a question for preparation reaction. So preparation of both. So this is all about the acidity, but here preparation of phenol, preparation of aromatic amine or preparation of aniline, that will be asked, and also reactions. So also reaction for phenol and reaction for amine. So this will carry 2 marks, 2 marks. So student has to prepare for any two reaction, any two preparation reaction for phenol, any two preparation reaction or any two reactions of phenol. So that will be asked. Along with that, very important thing will be asked from this unit number 2 is qualitative test. So qualitative test for phenols, qualitative test for amines. So qualitative test, that will be carries 2 marks. So that's why I am telling you this question is this unit number 2 is mainly focused on only and only short type of question. Again, there may be the chances for asking 5 marks question on coupling reaction, that is Sandmeyer reaction or the Hinsberg test. So Hinsberg test come under the qualitative test that I already discussed. So Hinsberg test, this question will be asked for 5 marks. So write a note on Hinsberg test, that will be for 5 marks, and synthetic uses of diazonium salt, my dear student. Here if the question is asked, write synthetic uses of aryl diazonium salt, means it is not expected that you should write a one sentence uses. So this question will be asked for 5 marks, and here you have to write down with reactions. So by reaction you have to prove the synthetic uses. By using the diazonium salt, what compound is prepared, that you have to write down. So that is what the synthetic uses of diazonium salt. So that will be asked for 5 marks. And also very important, structure and uses, this will carry 2 marks. So structure and uses. So qualitative test followed by structure and uses of first resorcinol. That is the most probable that might be asked, that is resorcinol. And here along with that naphthol, cresol and phenol. My dear student, the uses of all phenols are similar. So if you learn uses for one, then you can write the same uses for others, and here you should take care that structure of phenol, cresol, resorcinol and naphthol is different, that you have to remember. So this is all about the 2 or 5 marks type of question that will be asked from unit number 2. So let us see from unit number 3. So unit number 3 is a major unit. So from this unit there will be the question for 2 marks, 5 marks, and 100% there will be the question for 10 marks also. As I told you, from unit number 1 there is a 10 marks question, and as well as from unit number 3 there is a 10 marks question. So for writing the 10 marks question, so there are many options, and in that option you will definitely found the question from unit number 1 and question from unit number 3. So here we are going to note down that this question this unit will be asked for 10 marks question as well as 5 marks question as well as 2 marks question. So for 10 marks, 5 marks and 2 marks, what type of question will be asked? So explain with example. Optical isomer is a 2 marks question. Then the very important, that is element of symmetry. Discuss various elements of symmetry. So that will be for 10 marks question, and you have to write down various elements of symmetry from their answer. So what is chiral and achiral molecule? This will be for 2 marks. So there may be the question, what is a chiral molecule? Explain with example. So that will be the very simple question. Then optical activity. Out of that, there may be the question of dextro and LIGO isomer. Then enantiomers, diastereomers. Explain with example enantiomerism. Explain with example diastereomerism. This will carry 2 marks. Also explain with example meso compound. So there may be the question, differentiate between enantiomer and diastereomer. So there may be the compare type of question. And also very important, and this question is 100% asked, that is assign R and S or assign E and Z. So this is a very sure 100% question will be asked from this unit. So here unit number 3. So here 10 marks question. You have to prepare elements of symmetry. So discuss element of symmetry, that you have to write down. Then for 2 marks or for 5 marks, there will be the question for assign E and Z and RNS configuration. For E and Z and RNS configuration, there are videos on my YouTube channel how to assign E and Z and RNS configuration in detail. The student may watch for the reference. So along with this E and Z and RNS, so there will be the question on geometric isomer. So explain with example geometrical isomerism. And also there will be the 5 marks question 100%, that is what are the method of determination of configuration of geometrical isomer. So this will be the 5 marks question or 10 mark question. If the question paper is difficult, then this question will 100% ask, that is explain method of determination of configuration of geometrical isomer. My dear student, this unit number 3 is very important, because from this unit number 3 there will be the question from 2, 5 and 10 marks. So for unit number 3 you have to prepare very well. From unit number 5, that is a polynuclear hydrocarbon, you have to just remember the method of synthesis and the reaction. So here I am going to give you few tricks that how to remember this method of preparation and reactions of this polynuclear hydrocarbon. So here you have to write down the synthesis, you have to write down the reaction, you have to write down structure and uses. So that will be for 2 marks question. So writing structure and uses is always for 2 marks, but reaction and synthesis, so in many question paper it is found that this question is asked for total 10 marks. So there may be any three rings are asked. So write synthesis and reaction of naphthalene, phenanthracene and anthracene. So this kind of question is asked in examination for 10 marks. Along with that, these are diphenyl methane or triphenyl methane is generally not asked, but if it is asked, so it will carry only 2 marks. But more important is you have to prepare very well for this naphthalene, phenanthracene and anthracene. So that will be carried total 10 marks, or that may carry 5 marks. So write any 2 method of preparation for naphthalene, phenanthracene and anthracene. And here I am going to tell you that in a preparation reaction of these three polynuclear hydrocarbons, so Howard synthesis is a very simple method of synthesis. So in that synthesis, so you have to remember what is the starting material and what is the reagent used, because if you see the Howard synthesis, so there is a mainly oxidation reduction and cyclization step is there. So if you remember these three steps, that is a cyclization, oxidation and reduction step, so it is very easy to remember this method of synthesis for these three rings. Okay, and as a point of view of this reaction, so reactions, while writing the reaction, if you write down the naphthalene, so while writing the reaction for first naphthalene, then anthracene and phenanthracene, so this will carry similar kind of substitution reaction. So substitution reaction, so mainly electrophilic. So what electrophilic reaction, as you discussed in unit number 1, that is you have to write down nitration, sulfonation and halogenation. So same, if the question is asked write any two reactions for naphthalene, then you have to write down nitration of naphthalene, sulfonation of naphthalene and halogenation of naphthalene. That is enough. Then if anthracene is asked, then you have to write down nitration of anthracene, sulfonation of anthracene and halogenation of anthracene. And for the same, that is for phenanthracene, the same type of reaction you have to write down, but here you have to note down, that is where the substitution is occur or the position of substitution. So position of substitution, what is the position of substitution for naphthalene, that you have to remember. What is the substitution of electrophile in anthracene, what is the substitution of electrophile in anthracene, that you have to remember. But and the remaining nitration, sulfonation and halogenation reaction that you covered in unit number 1, so that will be very easy to study. So this polynuclear hydrocarbon, that is unit number 4. As I suggest you, this unit will be asked for 2 marks and 5 marks only. There will be no 10 marks of question, but if 10 marks question is asked, it means that there is a combination of 5 marks question and 2 marks question, and there will be 10 marks question. No direct 10 marks question will be asked, and mainly from here you have to write down, you have to remember the synthesis, you have to remember the reaction and structure and uses of these naphthalene, phenanthracene and anthracene only. So this is all about unit number 4, and unit number 5, that is a cycloalkane. So from cycloalkane, so there will be the direct question, that is explain, write a note on, describe Beer-Stein theory, direct type of question. So this unit will be for 5 marks. So limitation of Beer-Stein theory, you have to cover this with Beer-Stein theory. So there will be no separate question of describe the limitation of Beer-Stein theory. The question will be always asked like this: explain or discuss Beer-Stein theory. Also write a note on Beer-Stein theory Along with that, you have to write down limitations of Beer-Stein theory. So this will be the combined type. Then Coulson-Moffitt model and Sachet-Moore theory. So in this unit number 5, there are total 3 3 theories. That is Coulson-Moffitt model, then Sachet-Moore theory, then Beer-Stein theory. So every theory will be asked for 5 marks. And here Sachet-Moore theory will be for 5 marks. So here we are going to see that from unit number 5 there are 3 theories. So out of these 3 theories, there will be the 2 theory that must ask in the examination, and for that reason, my dear student, Beer-Stein theory, you have to prepare well for Beer-Stein theory. In my one video, I explain in detail about all these 3 theories, and these 3, if you prepare these 3 theories, it means that you can secure your 10 marks in this theory paper. So here Coulson-Moffitt modification, Beer-Stein theory and Sachet-Moore theory, 100% it will be asked. So you have to find out in the options that you have to solve out of the given question. And the reaction of cyclopropane and cyclobutane, there is only 30-20% chances. If these questions are asked, then this will be carried only 2 marks. You can put this question in option also. So you can left it. No need to prepare for this cyclopropane and cyclobutane, because this, if they are asked, then it will be asked for 2 marks, because we prepare well for unit number 1 and unit number 3. Out of this, there will be the question for 2 marks, and there is a one unit called as unit number 2, that is phenol and amines, that is 100% asked for only and only 2 marks type of question. After this unit number 5, there is one small unit, that is unit number 6. There is one unit that is called as a fat and oil. Fat and oil. So there is a 100% question, that is first for 2 marks. If 2 marks question, then compare fat and oil. This is very easy type of question. Then second, for 5 marks, there will be the question on rancidity, or you have to explain the rancidity of fat, like this question, or some oxidation reactions are takes place, or one more, there is question for 5 marks, that is saponification of oils, or you can say that oil and fats. So you have to write a note on saponification, write a note on rancidity, or explain rancidity of fat and oils. My dear student, here we discuss all about the what important question that are asked in the examination, and my goal or my objective to prepare this video is to learn the student how to write theory paper, how to write more specifically organic chemistry paper, and here we cover the syllabus, out of which the most probable question that are asked for 2 marks, 5 marks and 10 marks that we discuss. I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any doubt, you can write in the comment box, or you can write in my WhatsApp number also. My WhatsApp number is 99755907111. You can directly WhatsApp me your query. I will be answer your query. Thank you very much, student.